He goes off into the wilderness, grubs around on fucking cable news, and tries out to be a fucking sports radio guy, and he can't even hack that. And then he comes back crawling to Trump, gets COVID because he has to be a alpha like Trump and not wear a mask. And then that guy who is just a giant bundle of comorbidities, a fucking fat turd with asthma, he gets the experimental ultra miracle serum that Eli Lilly has that is not for general consumption. The guy who's the ex-governor of fucking of New Jersey, he has no executive power. He has no need for. What does he do? What's the point of Chris Christie? What is he doing? He is unnecessary. He's going to call into Mike and the Mad Dog and complain about the Cowboys. He's a fucking waste of space. He's lost. His political career is over. His usefulness to the cabal is finished as not anything other than an errand boy, and he still gets the experimental super serum that allows him to survive a fucking COVID diagnosis that absolutely should have killed him, just like the crazy shit they put into Trump, including experimental ape semen and fucking irradiated tiger blood and fucking steroids that would make Seabiscuit's heart explode. He gets to survive. Maybe, who knows how long. He seems like he's running at a high temperature and he could just pop it any minute, but he's still going. And that is the Aldrich ritual. That is their access to this stuff that we don't get. None of us get that. Why? Why are we less worthy of the beneficence of our social product, of our scientific advances than the fat puck piece of shit ex-governor of fucking New Jersey? And I know people might say that I'm being ableist or lookist about fat people. First of all, I am not a thin man myself. Secondly, I use that just to say that Christie, as a man who has no socioeconomic determiners that might make him larger, a man who has access to all of the highest beneficence of being a high earner in America, meaning access to good food, exercise regimes, the ability to stay healthy. And given the fact that he is driven enough to acquire material power and wealth and influence and position to this, and be focused enough to be a fucking guy, and he's still a piece of fucking M&M eating piece of shit. It's proof that he is, like many of our ruling class, just a disgusting, a selfish scumbag, and that none of them have any virtues to speak of, and that their lack of virtue manifests itself in different ways. And in the specific form of Chris Christie, it's in the fact that he's a fucking big fat piece of shit. But anyway, apologies for fatism. It just drives me crazy that more than anything, anyone would feel the need to crack out like the case of the 1796 Rothschild, like the $200,000 bottle of wine for Chris Christie. He has nothing to give anyone, and yet he still gets it because he's in the fucking club. He gets the miracle cure because he's been initiated into the cult of Moloch, and so he gets access to it. So yeah, they are ritually sucking the life of the rest of us and using it to unnaturally extend their own lives. Mitch McConnell would be dead if he was a pharmacist. Donald Trump would be dead if he was a guy who worked at a grocery store. Instead, they all live forever. Yes, Chris Christie was too big to fail, indeed. What's going on?